Exodus chapter 22, verses 1 to 31. I'm reading from the New Revised Standard Version, the Green Bible. Verse 1, when someone sells an ox or a sheep and slaughters it or sells it, the thief shall pay 5 oxen for an ox and 4 sheep for a sheep. The thief shall make restitution, but if unable to do so, shall be sold for the thief. When the animal, whether ox or donkey or sheep, is found alive in the thief's possession, the thief shall pay double. Verse 2, if a thief is found breaking in and is beaten to death, no blood guilt is incurred. But, verse 3, but if it happens after sunrise, blood guilt is incurred. 5, verse 5, when someone causes a field or vineyard to be grazed over, or lets livestock close to graze in someone else's field, restitution shall be made from the best in the owner's field or vineyard. Verse 6, when fire breaks out and catches in thorns, so that the stock grain or the standing grain or the field is consumed, the one who started the fire shall make full restitution. Verse 7, when someone delivers to a neighbor money or goods for safekeeping, and they are stolen from the neighbor's house, then the thief shall pay double. Verse 8, if the thief is not caught, the owner of the house shall be brought over before God to determine whether or not the owner had laid hands on the neighbor's goods. Verse 9, in any case of disputed ownership involving ox, donkey, sheep, clothing, or any other loss of which one party says, this is mine, the case of both parties shall come before God, and one whom God condemns shall pay double to the other. Verse 10, when someone delivers to another a donkey, ox, sheep, or any other animal for safekeeping, and it dies or is injured or is carried off without any seeing it, 11, an oath before the Lord shall decide between the two of them that the one has not laid hands on the property of the other. The owner shall accept the oath, and no restitution shall be made. Verse 12, but if it was stolen, restitution shall be made to its owner. Verse 13, if it was mangled by beast, let it be brought as evidence. Restitution shall not be made for the mangled remains. Verse 14, when someone borrows an animal from another and it is injured or dies, the owner not being present, full restitution shall be made. Verse 15, if the owner was present, there shall be no restitution. If it was hired, only the hiring fee is due. Verse 16, when a man seduces a virgin who is not engaged to be married and lies with her, he shall give the bride price for her and make her his wife. Verse 17, but if her father refuses to give her to him, he shall pay an amount equal to the bride price for virgins. Verse 18, you shall not permit a female sorcerer to live. Verse 19, whoever lives with an animal shall be put to death. Verse 20, whoever sacrifices to any god other than the Lord alone shall be devoted to destruction. Verse 21, you shall not wrong or oppress a resident alien, for you were aliens in the land of Egypt. Verse 22, you shall not abuse any widow or orphan. Verse 23, if you do abuse them, when they cry out to me, I will surely heed their cry. Verse 24, my wrath will burn, and I will kill you with a sword, and your wives shall become widows, and your children orphans. Verse 25, if you lend money to my people, to the poor among you, you shall not deal with them as a creditor. You shall not exact interest from them. Verse 26, if you take your neighbor's cloak in pawn, you shall restore it before the sun goes down. Verse 27, for it may be your neighbor's only clothing to use as cover. In what else shall that person sleep? And if your neighbor cries out to me, I will listen, for I am compassionate. Verse 28, you shall not revile God or curse a leader of your people. Verse 29, you shall not delay to make offerings from the fullness of your harvest and from the outflow of your presses. The firstborn of your sons you shall give to me. Verse 30, you shall do the same with your oxen and with your sheep. 7 days it shall remain with its mother. On the 8th day you shall give it to me. Verse 31, you shall be people consecrated to me. Therefore you shall not eat any meat that is mangled by beasts in the field. You shall throw it to the dogs. Exodus chapter 22, verses 1 to 31. I am reading from the New Revised Standard Version, the Green Bible.